This is part 2 of the series. If you haven't listened to the first part, you will find the link below. When Jesus left me at the door of the church, I thought that was the end of our time together. But then, he surprised me. He said very clearly, "I will see you later at home." And sure enough, a few hours later, I heard the same voice again, gentle, calm, unmistakable. He greeted me and then asked a simple question. "Do you have a crucifix?" I did. Then he said, "Make the sign of the cross and say the Lord's Prayer." I obeyed. I feared he might abandon me without warning, so my first instinct was the most important question, and I had to find out. Was I saved? It felt like he had already checked the book of life before we ever met, and he had an instant answer with details. I won't share his full answer here. It's something I will guard in silence. But what he said was profoundly reassuring. He even told me the year of my death. And no, I won't share that either. That moment was too intimate, too sacred. It belongs to the silence. What I can say is this. His visit wasn't random. It was for a mission, a heavenly task that I cannot yet reveal. It's more precious than anything in this world, something so impossible, so beautiful, that not even my closest family knows. To me, it felt like something out of a fairy tale, but it's real. I now live one day at a time. I take nothing for granted. I pray every day for the grace to stay away from sin. Even after Jesus and the Holy Spirit had left, they still reminded me, and the Father was watching over me as well, urging them to encourage me to go to confession. They had a reason to look out for me because of the sealed mission. And then, it happened. I continue to go to confession for my venial sins. It's important for me to stay pure. I never want to take this gift for granted, and understanding what I've received motivates me to simplify my life and dedicate each day to them with gratitude. I am profoundly thankful for the blessings the Holy Spirit has bestowed upon me. He truly came through for me. Throughout this time, he quietly observed my journey alongside Jesus, carefully examining my character, speaking little and remaining quite reserved. Yet, there were instances when even Jesus was taken aback by the extraordinary kindness directed towards me. And when the Blessed Mother appeared, she spoke to me about the souls in purgatory. I won't go into that now. It's a much bigger story. It will be in my book. It took a while after several confessions, and they were testing me from above. But one day, the Holy Spirit granted me the state of grace, a real, felt, powerful change. Since then, I've lived a life free of mortal sin. I feel protected, at peace, and no longer struggle with the same temptations. But again, it was the Holy Spirit who made that moment possible. I feel incredibly fortunate, not just because of Jesus, but also due to the continuous presence of the Holy Spirit. They instantly recognize my voice when I pray, and they continue to watch over my soul. The Holy Spirit is gentle, yet powerful. He brings warmth, tears, and unspeakable joy. And he has strengthened me more than I can ever explain. This part of my journey is still unfolding. It is sacred. They entrusted me with their very personal experiences, much of which remains private. However, I can disclose a significant amount of other information about heaven and insights from Jesus. All of you will be as astonished as I was, and no literature holds the insights I have. For now, I can share this. Heaven is far more organized than the tales you've heard. Pray, confess, stay in grace. Jesus reminded me very few enter heaven, and it begins with obedience. Jesus speaks clearly about salvation, and in this series, we'll also explore powerful topics like the Shroud of Turin, the true face of Christ, near-death experiences, heaven, hell, today's so-called mystics, prophets, deliverance claims, and yes, the end times and the second coming. There are a lot of theories out there, even scientific studies, but many ideas about heaven and salvation are dangerously misunderstood. It's not as easy or automatic as some would like to believe. Subscribe to stay with me as we uncover the truth with clarity, reverence, and faith.